Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a second episode of Tropical Hearts. We are. Where are we? We've just had the gas attack in the lounge bar, and we've had the lady singing, and now we've got this meeting between the head of the hotel and this scientist called Yasmin. Alright, Ellen, I've received the medical reports. There is a surprise among them. Uh-oh. There were no casualties? It seems all the guests will recover just fine, but that's not what I'm referring to. Oh, wait, are you telling me that someone had a reaction? Oh, so they knew about it. And not just a single person, a small number of them actually. They came here together and every single one of them awakened. A whole group? That should be impossible. The odds of even a single person becoming active are very low. Why did this group suddenly all awaken together? Good question. I will need to do some proper tests, but given the results, I strongly advise you to hire these youngsters. They look promising. Very well, if they're willing, we can finally continue our mission. Ooh. This morning we have an appointment to meet with Dr. Yasmin regarding our health reports. Welcome to my humble lab. Make yourselves at home. Right. Greetings, Doctor. We heard that you had results for our health checkup. You could simply call me Yasmin or Doc. Those are some amazing plants you got there, but why are they in tubes? Those, I'll get to that. I have something very interesting to share with you. First of all, you're all in perfect health, so no need for concern. However, there's a few things I need to discuss. As some of you might have noticed, there is something different about you since last evening. Perhaps the world appears a bit more vibrant to you, or maybe you have more stamina than before. How did you know I could take on the world? Now, I don't know. Were we told about that? Were we told? I'm not sure. But anyway.
Huh?
Isn't that how you always feel? I wish. No, I'm certainly feeling different from other days. Now that I think about it, I do feel pretty energized. So it's not just me, the world does feel different. I thought somebody dropped a party drug in my drink or something. What you're experiencing is real. All of you have experienced a kind of awakening that allows you to harness more vital energy than other people. What does that mean? Right. This newfound energy will act like a surge of vitality, enhance your bodies. However, it becomes so much more. Now, this energy is transferred by psychoactive particles, which means it is sensitive to the nature of things, to will and intent. It can be influenced by psychic emanations, like feelings and thoughts, or even the atmosphere or location. That's quite a lot to take in. Why did this happen? Good question. Your body's reaction to the gas exposure. That gas also holds those psychoactive particles. We call the gas miasma due to the harmful effects on people. Now, most people react to it by feeling dizzy and nauseous. But in very rare cases, people can develop a resistance to it. Those vital energies become more active and they undergo some sort of spiritual awakening. This is symbolic here, this is some tripe. This is what happened to you. Don't be alarmed, this is good news for all of you. Vital energies, are you referring to the concept of chi that ancient warriors practice? Are you talking about the fire I feel inside of me? I watch as Jasmine holds out her hand and a small ball of warm light appears in her open palm. That simple but wondrous action silences all of us. We watch the light with wonder. Precisely. More importantly, with will and intent, you can use this energy to create all kinds of extraordinary phenomena. Hearing all of this so suddenly, you must be bursting with questions. Is the energy harmful? No, it will actually protect you and increase your vitality. It speeds up your healing capacities and even extends your lifespan. And these benefits can be enhanced even further. How is the energy useful? If you train in mastering this energy, you can learn to harness it to create all sorts of phenomena. You could master special skills that channel elements, powers, or use them to heal people. much like a magical spell in games or comics. That's convenient because we are playing a game. What is it exactly? The energy is psychoactive. It reacts to emotions, thoughts, and wills. Right, so it's magic. Right. It promotes, okay, spirituality. Yes, the insight and awareness. Thanks. Right. Okay. The outside world incident is reported as a mixture of natural gas, but it was really a miasma, a psychoactive energy that was corrupted by sickening intent, harming all life that touches it. It won't be able to harm you now that you've awakened. What about yourself, Doctor? Me, sadly, only awakened a small measure. I can only awaken a small measure of it. I can barely do anything with it, besides creating some glowing lights. It does offer some protection against miasma, which is why I can help the victims. Unlike me, however, you all awakened fully. This is really a fortunate development. Okay, curiosity, worry, and general confusion. Roy's ears twitch nervously. Ray looks lost in thought. They really... okay. As I expected, Tyra and Nita appear to be very excited about the awakening. Isn't this awesome? I always knew we were a special team. We are unlocking magical powers. And your newly gained immunity is desperately needed. Miss Gregory would like to make you an offer. She'll compensate you fairly for your service. You need to check the surrounding island for miasma and find out where it's coming from. I think we all need some time for this to sink in, Doc. Thank you for sharing this information with us. We will take our leave now and discuss this among ourselves. Very diplomatic from Rhea. Understandable. Let's continue this later. Take care and make sure to rest. Goodbye for now, Doc. Alright. That was quite the reveal. You can say that again, my head's still reeling. So that's the strange heat I've been feeling inside me. What about you guys? Noticing any changes? I'm even more sensitive to auditory input than before, like the sound of the wind, the chatter of people in the area, the murmur of the ocean. I feel a buzz, literally a sort of electric current. And I'm gonna say that all of you look really vital and refreshed. I guess my husband is onto something. I don't know, guys, as in even more wrong than usual, but hey, physically I feel okay. Alright, bro. I really want to know who got which element. If we're gonna be a magical team, we all need fitting elemental powers, alright? So what's the plan? It looks like we can help out with finding the source. I'm sorry if I'm a bit, like, going one word at a time, but some of it's a bit... some of the word choices. Okay. Apparently the island is close to Paradise Islands where it's affected. Right, how did you know that? Well, we've all seen that other people suffer from it, people badly. It makes me wonder why Miss Gregory doesn't close up shop. Either way, I'm up for helping. Then again, I love discovering new places to go into those other islands. And maybe we can find out something about Zulian. Okay, how we all feel about it. I'm with you, yeah. If we're the only ones who can resist it, yeah. So our duty, make sure nobody gets hurt. Heading into the unknown in our shorts and bikinis with barely trained skills to find the source of the strange sickening mist. What could possibly go wrong? So you in or you out? In, of course. But seriously, we need to train properly and learn how these work. And we will. Why are you so hung up on the risks? Don't you see how amazing the opportunity is? We're going to learn how to use magic. Alright, let's go. Okay. Right, she's in a stately and powerful presence, befitting of the owner of a luxury hotel branch. Welcome, Mr. Alvarez. I'm glad to hear that you're open to helping us with a precarious situation. You're welcome, so what's the plan? You must be wondering how it came to be that all of you reacted positively to miasma, while every single tourist in the nightclub got sick or even fainted. It's likely that you awakened your spiritual powers by consuming medicinal herbs, which can only be found on these islands. As you mean the herbs in those delicious cocktails, but then everybody else would have been served those cocktails at the bar, so that doesn't work. Well, they did say he was their private bartender, but that's bollocks. That's I don't know. I certainly wouldn't mind trying a special cocktail menu. That's the problem. Our stock of special herbs is running low. In order to create more invigorating cocktails, we need to replenish the stock. That sounds like a problem that needs urgent solving. It is. And that is not just about the herbs. There's plenty of other resources Many of these resources are mutated under the influence of the miasma and gain new properties, specific ores, newly evolved plant life, and so on. You might have noticed the few floral specimens inside Dr. Yasmin's laboratory. We suspect that many of them have special properties that are worth examining. I bet the doctor can't wait to conduct more research. Yes, Yasmin, and between the two of us, we simply can't keep up with the miasma while also gathering new resources. So this is where you folks come in. I would like to hire all of you to gather more of these resources from the other islands. We prefer minimizing the risk and gathering these resources ourselves, but the miasma outbreaks are intensifying. Unfortunately, non-protective gear is ineffective against it, but you can go into these island areas. Needless to say, you will be handsomely rewarded for your efforts. Every single vacation expense of yours will be paid for by the hotel. That sounds pretty good. Well, I mean, I'd be asking for a bit more money if you could. I'm also pleased to offer you very own luxury beach houses during your stay. Your vacation can be extended for as long as you like. Expeditions to the island will take a hefty toll on you, so they will only be held once a week. This will give you time to recover afterwards and further hone your skills. The rest of the time you can enjoy your vacation to the fullest. She watches with a sharp, expectant gaze. Okay, I think we can all agree on conditions, right? Okay, some animals might have gotten sick or even rabid. Now, we are animals. We are all animals here, so yeah, someone's created the basic equipment for you and your friends. This includes rudimentary weapons. Guide you process developing abilities, although Yasmin's own ability is not as strong as she has studied it for almost a year. Just be aware that it's a risky undertaking. Yeah. Looks like I'm finally playing the MAA. Right, fine. Okay, I'm gonna be very honest with you, Miss Gregory. I'm not much of a fighter. My Mortal Wombat high score, if that's funny, I like that. Probably doesn't translate into real life. No team should consist of boys only. I'm sure you have plenty of skills. Alright, bro. She's right. Don't underestimate yourself. These skills will come in handy when facing dangerous situations. I have full confidence in your abilities as a fighter. And let's not forget Alex is a survival expert. If I can't calm down the wild animals we encounter, I'm sure that he and Tyra can take care of them. I'm no fighter like Tyra or Alex, but don't underestimate the impact of a tail slap. As for myself, my knowledge of medicine is limited, but I'll happily apply my first aid skills. Okay. If we combine your natural talents with some proper training, okay, fine. Miss Gregory picks up a large cream-coloured envelope. Here's the first part of your payment and the access key, which you'll find staying in 5 separate rooms. Brilliant. Thank you for your generosity. Brilliant. This is amazing. Holy smokes, I need time to process this. Take all the time you need. Okay, cool. I need to do some heavy lifting. Sorry, I'm stuck at luxury researches. Right, yeah. Right, okay. It's a 10-minute walk to exclusive beach cabins. Lush patches of jungle and impressive cliffs. From there, we followed the trail towards the vacation home. Ooh! All struck, we've arrived at the beautiful beach cabins. Careful, Rhea opens the large envelope. Beside the access keys for the house, there are also some informational brochures. It's still hard to believe we're getting all this for free. This is it, guys. Welcome to our own little piece of paradise. We waste no time examining every room, every domain. This place, they built this on an outcrop of the beach, so every room has an ocean view. Oh, it's perfect. It's so spacious. And they've got plants, thank God. They won't stop me from buying extra flowers in town. I've got to spruce the kitchen up a bit. I never want to leave. Can we just squat here and clean this house on our own? No need, you're at the boss. We can stay as long as we want. Until real life comes crawling, but let's not think about that for now. Don't worry about that, Roy. Just enjoy the new headquarters. Let's move our luggage in. Yeah, okay, alright. I'm not the only one. I feel a bit anxious, but I'm glad we're not in a hurry. We can extend a vacation. I think none of us have a problem with more vacation, but I'll need to get in touch with Alicia to see if she wants me to oversee. If she wants to oversee Cornucopia for a while longer. See Tyra's face crumple into big fans. She's got a beauty parlor to keep in mind. I have an obligation to my job as well. What with my mom and me running the dealership together, I make a mental note to call some family members. And you think your parents will be okay staying away? They better be. I finished all my preliminary assignments for the upcoming year, and now that our stay is free, they can't complain about funding my vacation. Although complaining about anything beyond their control is what they do best. Okay. Right, let's get to... Right, fortunately they don't. Okay. Well, have a great time. I'm sorry to hear about your parents, Rhea. They're so meddlesome. It's alright, I can handle them. My parents will be happy for me. I wish I could invite them over. And my little brother's sure they'll love it here. We wouldn't have a single moment of rest though, so maybe it's for the better. Alright guys, let's pick a bedroom, then we'll grab a bite to eat. Everybody settle in, with plenty of time available. Now what shall I do for the rest of the day? Oh fuck, okay. We've got an interface. We have an interface, folks. And new music. Welcome to Paradise Island. Here you can spend your activity, but be careful as many activities will advance time. Every day there's free time periods, morning, afternoon, and evening. Feel free to spend them as they wish. Some characters will help you in crafting items. Crafting does not advance time, but you need to gather the crafting materials to be able to craft them. Crafting materials can be gathered when you go on expeditions, which will become available later in the game. Every week, a new expedition will be prepared. You can see how... Right, I want to start... Right, fine, okay. I'm loving the music. I think the level might be too loud. I'm gonna lower it a little bit. Okay. Alright. So, what do we got? We got... What are we doing? What are we doing here? Right, so we've got hit the gym, go shopping, forage for things. Okay, but we've got... Right. Let's do one of these character things. Let's go meet with Rhea. Back in the Yorkshires, Rhea often mentioned she'd love to go to the beach. Our hometown is several hours worth of travel away from the nearest ocean, so we don't go to the beach a lot. Today would be a perfect day to ask Rhea if she wants to go swimming. Hey Rhea, what's up? Want to join me for the dive? I'm not sure, to be honest. Why wouldn't you want to go swimming? The weather's fantastic. We're fantastic every day. The sun will shine as brightly as it does. True, but if you join me on the beach, the day will become even brighter. It might actually set a new record. I'm not sure I'm following you because you bright, shiny... what excellent Riz. Nilu's better at this thing. What do you mean? So are you with me? Let's go to the beach. Yeah, let's go to the beach. Look at this guy, he's angry now. A beach that's overrun by drunk teens and leering guys that are just waiting to undress me with their beady eyes. Is that bad? I didn't notice. Well, I did I expected the amount of creeps and jocks to be less prominent than the ones on California beaches, but apparently I was mistaken. I'm not making that mistake again. Oh, this awful vacation with your parents is still haunting you, I understand. And get case you're not alone, or with your parents, you're with me. I don't want you to be my white knight. I just want to explore the area around the cabin and enjoy some alone time. Why don't you ask Roy and you? They'd love to join you for a swim, and so would Tyra. I'm not asking them. I'm asking you. Big words from Alex here. A quick riposte from Rhea. Rhea, are you really letting the presence of a few raiders get between you and vacation? You'll be missing out on everything. Hey, I was pretty clear about my feelings about crowded beaches before I signed in on this. Alex? Alex, you knew that. You told me there'd be nothing to worry about, remember? You kept saying this place is too expensive for teens and drunk tourists. Yeah, what do I see when I look out my window? She says frustrated glare and mushes me over, and lo and behold, droves of people are dancing and swimming on the beach. I appreciate a cool beer any day, but this early? These folks are hardcore. They look harmless enough though, there's no fighting or harassment going on. You told me I could just relax here in our hotel room if I wanted, and that's exactly what I'm planning to do, if you don't mind. I'm okay with joining you for some shopping at the mall or listening to the live band tonight at the lounge, but beaches aren't my thing, Alex. Are you sure that the beach is your problem? I mean, you love swimming, you love summer, and I'm hearing you and Neela talk about wanting to go shell hunting for ages. I'm not dragging you out here against your will, of course. I'm just saying that if you come to the beach with me, I'll do my best to make you feel at ease. That's sweet of you, Alex. But kindly fuck off. Although it shouldn't be your responsibility to guard me or something like that. That's not what this is about. Yeah, the tourists aren't so bad as you think. Now, all of them are mindless morons, bent on getting drunk and fucking things up. And if you're uncomfortable out there, we can just go back to the beach cabin together. That sounds reasonable. And Tyra spotted some plenty secluded bays that aren't over my tours. She told me where to find them. How about we go looking for a quiet beach, away from the crowd? Maybe you'll find a shiny shell. Alright, I get it. The beach are full of sweet teens and drunk tourists simply enjoying the summer of their life and everything's right. Anything else you want to sell me? Sure do. The gorgeous bikini that's been lying around in your suitcase, eagerly waiting the chance for you to look really good. Alex, you can't say that because you literally said that nobody will be looking at her. Like, that's... Okay. She looks at the tiny suitcase on a settlable side. I don't like flaunting myself like some kind of model. Like, fuck me, Alex. She was gonna go. Ugh. I don't want the attention. Oh, fuck. We have to make a decision. Right. Okay. So, I'm getting the vibe, folks, that Rhea is the kind of girl that's just a bit insular. Okay? Now, I think we need to start slowly. I think we've gotten what we want out of her. Well, she's gonna go to the beach. I think Alex has been really stupid here and asked for go change her outfit. I think she's fine, like as she is. I don't think so. This top one, I don't think so. If the bottom part is too revealing, you could wear a matching shawl, maybe. You're stronger than you think. What's the worst that could happen? Well, the worst that could happen is she could get like leered at. Why don't we do this? How about combining the bikini with a matching silk shawl? We've got free affinity there, boys. Don't know what that means. Just dress it in a way that makes you feel more comfortable. Yeah. You know what? That sounds like a sound idea. Would you like to come in town, look for a shawl? I'll be happy to. Fuck, this goes on for a while, doesn't it? Together, we visit several... Right, okay, after some searching, we decided on a pretty shawl. Right, okay. I think you did, but then you forgot all about it again once you smashed. For a spoiled rich girl, you seem to do awfully little shopping now I think about it. You just call me spoiled and rich. Hey, it's all in good fun. You know how I feel about my family's wealth. And shopping isn't my thing. Alex, if you've been to the mall with my mum just once, you'll know what I'm talking about. I've never been shopping with your mum, but I think I have a very active idea of how it will go, and that you can't be much fun indeed. Take it easy, Ria. It was only a joke. Yeah, it's good. Let's find ourselves a nice and hidden bay. Find yourself a nice spot. Much more than I anticipated anyway, and I can see Ria's not amused. It's still crowded. Even all the way out here, it's still full of tourists. Where are all these people even coming from? The beach isn't our private property. You know, like, what are we, like, everyone has paid for vacation. They're not here to hurt you. I can see her clenching her teeth and hunching over, trying to make herself look small. Gently, I take her hand, lead her away from the crowd towards a quiet bay, hidden behind a outcrop of volcanic rocks. Tyra told me it wouldn't be easy to climb, but that it would be worth it. We sit down on a pristine bit of sand, a lone palm tree. After a while, Ria seems to relax. I'm sorry, I'm not easy. I'm exhausted and tiresome. Let me stop you right there. No need to apologize. Just don't forget to breathe. Yeah, breathing is good. I really need to learn how to relax. I'm sorry for being a bother. It's alright. For a while, we just watch the waves. Hear the flow of the water. Two bright green parrots fly overhead. I can't tell whether they're fighting or courting each other, but they seem to make a lot of noise. You know what, Alex? This is what paradise must be like. No expectations, no time frames, no deadlines. Just the golden sands and the palm trees for company. You said it. I put my arm around her shoulder. No matter what happens, no matter what happened last year or what will happen in the future, this little glimpse of paradise is ours. Get stuck in there. Alex, as you spend more time, use your affinity with them, and go through story events for your friends, you can gain up to 9 story events on the character that you meet first on the island. What? Oh, you may get 6 personal events. Affinity is often earned through event choices, not only in their own story, but also in other events. Optional romance. Once you reach a certain level of affinity and a rank with other character, you will the option to become romantic lovers. Do be warned that Alex can only choose a single lover per playthrough, and other characters will be aware that you have chosen someone. Enjoy your time on Paradise Island with your friends and perhaps even a loved one. Okay, I don't really understand. Okay, so we've got the singer. There's this new character here, which we don't know who it is. And we've got Mark here. I don't know what crafting is. I'm interested in Leah in terms of like story-wise, what she do. During my previous lounge, was pretty impressed with Leah's vocal skills. Apparently, she's performing at the lounge bar tonight, and I wouldn't mind listening to her again. I'm a little late, and the lounge is already pretty crowded. I find myself a nice seat, sit down, order a drink. It's time to make Leah make her appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, our one and only Lady Leah. Give a round of applause. She's even better than the first time I listened to her. It's hard to pin a musical style down. Experimental jazz, trip hop. The tone of her song is quite varied too. Some upbeat, others seem tense and toned. There's a little sense of longing in her voice, and every now and then it breaks a little. After she's finished her last song, I wave to her. As casually as I can, I pull up an empty chair. She gives me a polite, non-committal smile and makes room for the next singer for a while. Nothing much happens. Just as I'm about to give up and head back to the beach cabin, she shows up to my table and sits down next to me. Okay, good evening. Good evening, Lady Leah. Thank you so much for showing up. Your performances are amazing. You're welcome, Mr. My name is Alex. I'm sorry I completely forgot to introduce myself. It's pretty easy to lose myself and listen to your songs. Thank you, Alex. I'm humbled to hear that. Humbled? You should be very proud. You write your songs, right? I expect that. There's a lot of soul in your lyrics and melodies. Thank you. Thank you. To be fair, the credit's not all mine. What do you mean? I can't take full credit for how my songs sound. If my life had taken a different turn, my songs would sound very different from the way they do now. True, but it's you who translates those experiences into unique songs. I simply prefer to be aware of the world and the people around me and how much I owe them. It's always give and take. Well, sometimes there's more giving than taking involved. You know what I mean? I see. Can I offer you a drink? Yes, I'll have a whiskey. I go to the bar. Mark looks at my table, sees Leah, and casts a subtle smile. Well, good for you. I hear a lot of folks talk tough about asking her for a drink, but you just went ahead and did it. Thanks, Mark. She asked for a whiskey on the rocks, but to be honest, I don't know much about whiskey. Is there a brand you recommend? Miss Leia's favourite is Cutty Shark. What the fuck is that? Mainly because it reminds her of a favourite novelist, if I recall correctly. What will it be for you? I'll have a mojito. Now I understand why people... Right, come on. Right, be a good old flattery, never hurt. Just remember to stay grounded. I'm already on my third drink this evening. I'm not sure I can stay all that grounded much longer. Can I be honest? Leia's making me a bit nervous. Do you happen to have some more words of wisdom for me? Words of wisdom? To, well, put her at ease a bit. She seems tense, you know? A lot more than when I first saw her. Did something happen? I wouldn't read too much into it. Certainly don't give her any unsolicited advice. You barely even know her at all. True. That's why I asked her to join me. Then don't make things difficult for yourself. Just treat her kindly. Try to cheer her up a little bit. And don't let the alcohol get to your head. My apologies. That may have been a bit too much advice. All I'm saying is don't treat her like some porcelain princess. She's an adult. Here's your drinks. Well, thanks, Mark. She looks lost for. There you go. Cheers, cheers. Thank you for your drink. She takes a slow measure sip, visibly enjoying the taste. Cutty shark. I don't know what. I don't know what that's. If anybody knows in the comments, is this a whiskey brand that's been Cuddy Park? I don't know what that is. Did Mark let you know my secret? He told me your favorite. So, who's this writer? Just a heads up. I don't read, so big chance I got nothing. His name is Saluki Murakami. I started reading his novels when I was in high school. There's something very strange about his work. Very fragile and magical, yet mundane at the same time. It's hard to explain, really. Outside of my songwriting, I'm not that good with words. What are his books about? Isolated man with not much of a social life or ambition. The main character never changes much from novel to novel, but they're not the reason I enjoy McCarthy's writing. It's the surreal atmosphere and clarity of it all, I guess. And for some reason, quite a lot of McCarthy's characters drink Cuddy Shark. But his recent work lacks the appeal of his earlier writing, or maybe I've just changed in the meantime. To be honest, I don't think I've even heard of him, but as I said, I don't do much reading. So what do you enjoy, apart from drinking cocktails? If obscure songwriters obscure, I'm only sort of just started. Seriously, you seem pretty experienced. I am just not a solo artist, but it is what it is. Hey, I'm not here to interrogate you. I'm also totally fine talking about books and movies. Well, you haven't answered my question, so what do you like to do? Bro, don't ever say this. I love exploring new places. I mean, well, yeah, but like, it's just generic, Alex. I mean, I enjoy being with my friends. We do plenty of fun things. But hopping on a motorbike and just disappearing into the wilderness is something I really need. Otherwise, I get cranky very fast. Well, that's nothing to be ashamed of. People can be extremely energy consuming, especially in large quantities. That's why I decided to become a singer. Ugh, yeah, I know. A small group of close friends works for me, but that's because I know them and they know me. If you want to torture me, sign up for mandatory group sports or traveling with a bunch of folks I've never met before. I wouldn't do that to you, but you're really comfortable traveling with friends, right? Or did they talk to you about this? It's working out pretty nicely. We respect each other's boundaries, you know. Well, maybe Nina gets a little, but Rhea's pretty introverted, so she understands what I need, some alone time. Tyra can be a bit pushy, but she means well and doesn't even hurt. And Roy's been best friends since high school. Seems like you two are pretty good friends, isn't it? Not okay. All right, bro. Right. Right. Wait. I didn't come out right. What I meant to say is that she admires how naturally or grounded, modest like a diva in a good way. I mean, not in a dramatic emotional. That's good to hear, I suppose. So I'm not great with words. Oh fuck. Okay, don't worry. I know I'm playing a visual novel, but this might be going on a little bit. Don't worry. I understand what she means. When I started out as a singer, yeah. But I got blessed. I was blessed to have met a million musicians inspire me to leave my perfectionism. Neither calls perfectionism the great mood killer, and she's right. The more I started to get serious about being a singer, the more insecure I got. So I almost burnt myself out trying to squeeze as much practice in every hour. That doesn't sound healthy. It wasn't, but I kept thinking I would get better if all I did was practice, practice, practice. Well, I was wrong. No amount of perfectionism was going to get my music to the next level. Luckily, a close friend of mine decided to support me, not me, some sense in my head, figuratively speaking, of course. I refrained from saying anything else. She's got that sad look in her eyes again, and I'm not sure what to say to make her feel at ease. So that's how I got here today. Dear God, I sound like I've been making music for decades, but that's really how I got into it. We started in second year of high school, my friend and I. We shared the same interests in literature and art. We love watching art films. We even tried our hand direct our music as it is. It's pretty cringeworthy now that I look back on it still. It was the best time of my life. Even enough of the past, I'm sorry. You do keep rambling, and the whistling only makes it worse. She's quiet for a few moments. Maybe I should call in for the night and get some rest. Would you be okay with that? I mean, you waited all this time to talk to me, and all you get is this. She adjusted herself listlessly, good word. All of a sudden she looks very tired. Now, interesting. So, from this, I'm getting she's like a confused artist. She's introverted. She's not confident in herself as a singer. Now, just have one more drink is not. She looks very tired. So, I don't think we'll have another drink with her. I think she wants to go to bed, which is fair enough. She's just done a performance. Want me to walk you home? Seems a little bit forward. And it's not like she's under any like male threat or anything like you know, she's not like Nilu was like Rhea, sorry, that was like and say about men looking at her. She seems very confident in that respect. So I think we're gonna hit with that's alright, we can talk later. And that was the right answer, I think. That's perfectly fine, Leah. Thank you for sharing a drink with me. Yeah. Calm and collected. Here's my number. Feel free to message me if you want to see me again. I'm doing a lot of rehearsal, so I might not reply immediately. That's not a problem. Thank you. Excellent. Got the number. Take it easy. That could be interesting. Thank you for listening to me, Alex. See you around. Take care. Okay, so what should I do today? What am I gonna do with Roy here? Sleep with your best friend? Shall we sleep with my best friend? Why don't we try one of these jungle forage things? Spend some time with Nilu foraging for herbs and flowers in the jungle nearby. Received 2 hardwood, 1 green smoke, 1 full spoon. Okay. Right. Okay. I might save here, folks, because I'm just looking at the record time, so I'm gonna save here. But the game filter opened up now. I don't know what the objective is in terms of like we must have to get ready for this expedition. I don't know what to really do. In terms of that, we want to explore these characters, obviously. But yeah, anyway, right. I'll save. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.